This is Purp back with another episode of the Purp Show. This is the Purp Show Season 2, Episode 9. Got a special guest with me that I'm gonna pop in real quick. But before I do that, I want to just get all my plugs in, and then we'll get into tonight's show. It's gonna be a laid back show, nothing too much going on. We're not gonna have any other guests come on. Uh, I don't expect this show to be too long because I am tired and I still have to put up my reviews for Doom Patrol as soon as I get done this stream. And I got a bunch of other little videos I got to put together, but that could probably wait till later on in the day. Um, to support this channel, you could go definitely hit the super chat up. Say that's available. If you're not comfortable doing that and you don't want YouTube to take that 30%, there's other ways. There's in the description below, you got my Teespring. If you want my merch, you want to check out some merch. I will be adding some stuff on there. I just have to get around to adding it, but I got plenty good selection there for you to, you know, check out. I also have my Cash App and Streamlabs, all that good stuff. The best way to support this channel by not having to spend any type of money, though, there's a fifth way, is just watching one of my videos and do not skip the ads. Just saying. But I welcome you to the Perp Show. Got a big announcement, and it's a perfect time for my special guest, Andy Brew, to be on here because he might recognize what I'm about to announce. But anyways, we'll get into that. But for now, let me introduce my guest for tonight, Andy Brew.
Hey, what's going
How
on,
you doing,
guys?
Andy?
I'm great, man. I'm so excited, and it's I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm excited. But thanks for having me on, man. For real, this is gonna be sick. It's been a kind of a long time coming. I feel like, we were kind of talking about that earlier. But hey, we're here, and yeah, I'm ready.
Exactly. Yep. Let me just give a couple shout outs to the chat real quick. Cybernetic Husky, I see you. Husky, if you want to put our new channel up in the chat, you could go do that. The Prophets of Geek Culture. D Smooth, shout outs to you. Landon, I see you. Yeah, more people should come in. I know there's other people streaming and whatnot, and they usually start to trickle in halfway through the stream and stuff and whatnot. Make sure y'all hit that like button and whatnot. But like Andy said, this was a long time coming because there's only like two creators that I've known longer than the people that you normally see. Like Dot and Andy are probably like the first two creators I like kind of like reached out to or like was in their
Yeah,
chat rooms
dang.
and stuff and whatnot. That's back in 2018. We're in
That's
2020.
crazy. You know what's crazy? Because I think you were the first creator that I ever like got to know, which is cool too. Because like that's when I started out, like the tail end of 2018, and I remember like seeing the chat, and like I didn't know who you were. I was like, oh, cool, like Perp, like awesome. And then I was like, oh, you make videos and stuff, and I've seen a bunch of your reviews, and like man, like it's awesome. Because like, dude, I love your channel, bro. Like, I trust your reviews probably more than like a lot of like these bigger YouTubers out there because you keep it real, and that's I'm about that. So, but yeah, like for real, you're definitely one of the first creators that I got to know, which is awesome. And yeah, and here we are, 2020. We're hanging out.
Yeah,
Mid
so I said
2020.
like, and I always said like I wanted to start to reach out to more creators like this year, but I kind of jumped the gun
Yeah, for
and
sure.
started last year, and I don't regret it because I like you said like it's the connections, the different people you meet through like just doing the stuff. It makes it
Yeah, for sure.
all worthwhile, and it's a dope experience, and that's why I encourage people like if you feel like you have an opinion about something or you want to create something, nothing stopping you from starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Don't. don't get yourself discouraged about views or nothing like that, because that doesn't really matter. You just keep doing what you're doing, and be consistent at it, and people will follow.
Yeah, for sure. And like the hardest part, honestly, at least for me, it was just getting started. Like literally
Yeah,
just like setting up a camera, like getting a mic, and just, just getting started and hitting like the go live button or just like putting a video out there. Like that's literally it. And I know there's like a lot of people who I'm friends with actually who have like my one buddy Ian, he's like wanting to start a YouTube channel because he's got some stuff. He's got like some opinions on stuff, and I was like, dude, like just do it, like just like just start, like
yeah.
uh
Like, because
yeah,
like I wish I had the same kind of just mentality that I have now, like 10 years ago, like maybe like
yeah,
right around high school, because then like that would have been the perfect time, because especially because YouTube didn't have all these policies and stuff. Our channels would have probably been way bigger than they are now.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but to see where we came from, like to where we're at now, like you're almost at 1K. You're 50, what, like 50, 51
Yeah, yeah, like
away.
50, 51. I haven't even checked today. I think I'm like 51 away, but yeah, that's crazy to me because like, oh well, now it's 50 away. Like 20 minutes ago is 51. But yeah,
Uh,
so it's insane because like I kind of just like started it just to start it. Amanda, what's going on, girl?
Salute to Amanda.
Yeah, and I literally just like, I don't know, I just like didn't expect um really this to happen. So I'm grateful and
Yeah.
humbled by it.
Now
But
I don't even think I remember the first game that you streamed that drew me to your channel. Because I that's like a blur to me right now. But I think it might have been Kingdom Hearts.
it
You
might
might
have
have.
been, yeah, that's
It
that's
had
how
to
it
be.
started. Yeah,
It
I
had
I,
to be.
I started with Kingdom Hearts. I was going hard with that because like Kingdom Hearts 3 was like coming out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually do this. I'm gonna stream it. And then I streamed it, and like it got really good reception like on the channel, which is sweet. And so like I guess just a shameless plug to like kind of what I do on my channel. So like I do stream a lot of games on YouTube. I'm streaming a little bit more on Twitch because I did join a Twitch team, and I'm sure I might be talking about that a little bit later.
Mm,
But yeah, I stream a bunch of games on YouTube. I'll stream really kind of anything. I'm a big like single player like story guy. Like give me a game with a good story, like
yeah.
The Last of Us, God of War, like whatever, anything like that, and I'm on
Hmm.
that. And yeah, so that's kind of it. And I also make just other videos. Like I just, it's I kind of
Yeah.
just do whatever on the channel. I make like so like Kingdom Hearts got kind of big on my channel, and so a lot of people do come for Kingdom Hearts. And so I do have a hefty amount of Kingdom Hearts content, like theories. I just put out a theory video yesterday. Actually, I just do like reactions for stuff, for like trailers and stuff. And yeah, just kind of typical stuff like that. And then there will be like the occasional miscellaneous video that's just kind of random that I'll put out. But yeah, so mainly streaming, but there's also other videos that I like to do. Kingdom Hearts definitely being my favorite series. But yeah, and
That
so that's kind of
yeah.
me.
That's good that you keep yourself busy. And like for the people that are just tuning in, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be like a laid back show, not too much going on, but I will have two random streams back to back, like for the next 2 Wednesdays. So then that'll be the time where I can have a bunch of people come on. Usually I do have people come on and stuff, but I don't want to do it because that, like, if I do that, then you know what I'm saying, we'll be here all night, and it's just like
I
I'm
don't have time
tired.
for
Yeah, I'm tired.
that.
Even though
And
I'm not gonna sleep anytime soon because I gotta go review Doom Patrol. Do you watch Doom Patrol?
I do not, unfortunately, dude.
Oh, okay.
I have been like for real, 2020. I haven't watched anything. Like I've just been
Oh
out of
man,
it. Like I haven't been like I've got to finish My Hero Academia. Haven't finished that. I've got
you're
to get caught
you're
up on all kinds of stuff. But yeah.
you are you're caught up with Attack on Titan, right?
Yeah, I am. Yes, I
Oh,
am.
yes,
Bro,
yes.
listen, it's funny because it Attack on Titan was the first like actual anime that I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and just watch this. Like I've watched like some episodes of Dragon Ball. I've watched some episodes of Naruto. I could really care. Like they're great, but like I don't know. I just there's so many episodes. I'm just like like
Yeah,
they're
it takes you out
so
of it.
yeah, and like they're like I don't want to say like I didn't watch them because they were so mainstream, but like that was also kind of the reason. I was just like, you know what, I kind of want to watch something like different, and I was like, you know what, all right, I'll try Attack on Titan, and then I watched the first episode, and I was like, all right, this is weird, like these giant humanoid like creatures are
But
eating other
but I
people.
always I tell people like when I've watched this series, like I haven't rewatched season 3.
Oh, season 3, bro.
Yeah, season 3 is amazing. That's why it's like I want to wait until they give us a release date for that final season.
Yeah,
So
dude, season 3, I would say probably one of the best seasons of anime I've watched in a while.
but this is what people are saying. Like the people that are caught up with the manga are saying that this final season is like going to go down as the best season of
That
anime
is what I've
ever.
been hearing. Yeah, like and like oh my gosh. Like it's like I think like it's not even like my favorite, not just my favorite anime right now. It's literally my favorite TV show right now. Like
Right. It's just
just like the way that they because like season 1 I had to kind of get used to it, and then once I got used to it I was like, all right, this is cool. And then season 2, I'm pretty sure it was season 2 that dove a little bit more into like some of the characters backstories and like flesh out some characters a little bit more, and then season 3 was just like like there like it was just insane, like it was
like they just kept throwing like you thought it's crazy when you think about the first season and where they're at now. It's just a
yeah.
completely different show right now.
Oh, for sure, completely different, and
And
yeah, dude.
I always tell people like as many times as I've watched that first episode, I was like, this has to be the best opening to an anime. Like
Yes,
just the way it starts and then it shows you exactly what happened. Like the
right.
whole like that whole atmosphere change when like Armin and all of them are just talking on the step about just life and
I
stuff.
know, right, right. You
And
know what
like
I love?
and
Oh,
it's like
sorry, good.
like when Armin is talking.
Yes,
And I know a lot of people don't like Armin, but like Armin is a tight character. When you rewatch this whole show, like
for
a lot of
sure.
he gets people like people could say, oh, he's a plot device, whatever. I don't like
No, I disagree. Like, because like, dude, like, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for Armin in most of those situations, they'd be screwed, bro.
that's why I
Like,
said I was like, yo,
for
you take
real.
Armin out of this show, everybody's dying.
Man, yeah, Landon, Attack on Titan gets me hyped, bro. Like, dude, like
Beloved,
there's,
shout out.
you know what I love so much about it. Well, one, I'm glad that they're only doing like 4 seasons because like
Yeah,
there's like a lot of shows that kind of just drag, and it's
they're
like,
ongoing. Yeah,
yeah, but like, bro, this is something super that I super appreciate. Like this show ties up every single loose end, at least so far. It has
it does. That's why I say like.
even. Sorry, go
Oh
ahead.
man, no. I was just saying because like I'm glad you brought that up because that's one thing because it's hard. It's one of those shows if you haven't seen it, it's hard to talk about without
For sure,
spoiling it. And
absolutely.
I really despise trying to spoil this shit for somebody
Yeah.
because there's certain when you watch it like reveals in season 2 like that whole thing like when you find out who's who and stuff
Yep.
that just
Mhm.
like changes everything and just there's so many little nuggets and little Easter eggs not
Yep.
Easter eggs, but like little crumbs that they show you in the beginning of the
For
series.
sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah. 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 Mhm.
even one thing I know, like I can kind of talk about this, but like a lot of people that haven't seen the show won't know what I'm talking about anyway. So it's not technically a spoiler. Like the whole thing with Marco, who would have thought that they would go back to that, like,
Right. Right. No, I know.
and explain that,
I
like
need to
what happened
watch.
with him?
I need to watch season 1 and 2 again because I actually like rewatched some episodes in season 3. But like, yeah, like, and actually, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it or anything. But like, essentially, like, if you've seen the first episode, uh, like stuff goes down, and then the like it's hard to like talk about without like spoiling it, but like
Yeah,
it's the first episode, like they're like his Aaron's like mom gets eaten,
yeah, bro.
bro,
That
and
part,
they
that. part right there is
Mhm.
mind blowing. When they, oh man, yeah, I'm not gonna
And
go
they
nowhere.
even, and again, like I won't spoil it, but they even go into detail to like tie up that loose end and connect that Titan to somebody that you kind of like that they show you later on,
And
which
that's
is
why I be saying,
crazy.
I was like, I need more animes like this. Like
Yes.
we
Oh
don't
yeah.
need we don't need every anime to try to be like One Piece and try to like put out as many
All right.
episodes as possible.
Dude,
I like I
I
like
can't get in the One
I,
Piece.
I like the Attack on Titans. I like Vinland Saga because I heard that's another short series that Wit Studios is working on. They
That
did a
is
phenomenal job.
that's on my list for sure. That's probably top of my list of new animes to watch is Vinland Saga.
Yeah, because that was animated by Wit Studios. That's their second project, which is
Oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Like that right there. Like Vinland Saga's first season, I could comfortably say now that it's better than Attack on Titan's first season.
Wow, I
But
believe
that's
that. I believe that.
but that's not taking nothing away from Attack on Titan's first season because I still
Yeah,
got
for
to see
sure.
Vinland Saga's season two, and it's just like those are the like the top tier like animes. And also, like I put Promise Neverland up there. Also,
Oh, don't even get me started, bro.
no, I
Dude,
can't. That's why, like,
oh my
I
god.
put a tweet out. I was like, the only four, like, I put these four animes. These are the only four animes
I
that
saw that
like
tweet
really
and
matter.
I saw Attack on Titan, I saw Promise Neverland. I was like, bro, dude,
Yeah,
I watched
it's
when I discovered that show, I watched the whole season 1 in one day. Because it was 12 episodes. That's it. Season one's 12
yeah.
episodes. And
hmm
like, like
Those little kids, like, who would have thought, like, yo, to escape this place, let's just play tag or something like that, or
right. Dude,
like the strategies that they come up with that is like it's crazy.
it's like it kind of reminded me like if you've ever seen Prison Break like way back in the day with
Yeah,
Wentworth Miller and all them guys, like it kind of reminded me of that, but it's like these kids in like an orphanage, and it was just like the storytelling is so well done, like because it's it's not like Attack on Titan or like something crazy like that, even like Demon Slayer where there's like action and like it's just like suspenseful and like it's genius storytelling. And like I'd say that's probably right now that's like my second favorite anime, right under Attack on Titan, Promise
And
Neverland.
I always look at anime and just like I get it gives you such a high, and it's just like, why can't we get none of that over here? Like we'll have certain shows like
Right.
that's why I asked you like the other day, like you watch Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai to me um is like the as far as live action goes is like the best show out right
Yeah,
now.
really. Okay. Okay.
And for Netflix to get that's a
That is
huge,
huge.
because now more people are going to uh be hip to the show, because especially if you're a fan of the Karate Kid, you will absolutely love
Yeah.
you will absolutely love it. It's like it's like, you know how people have their complaints about Star Wars, like, oh, like they'll bring
Yeah.
back these old franchises and stuff, but
For
like
sure. For sure.
Cobra Kai does it
They did it right.
really
Yeah.
well.
Cool. I'm curious, what did you think of like the new Star Wars trilogy and everything? Like I don't know if I ever heard your opinion
See,
on this. I think I did you put out a video for Rise of Skywalker? Like because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I watched it, but I can't remember. But I'm just curious.
uh,
I want to hear opinion
me
specifically. Straight
Me,
from
I'm not bent out of shape about it like most people. I
you.
guess cause, cause, cause I guess I'm not like a huge fan, but I am a
Yeah,
fan of
right.
Star Wars.
I'm the same way, yeah.
Cause like people say, oh, you're not a fan of Star Wars, like, cause like I have my gripes about every single Star Wars movie. You know what I'm saying? Like none of them are
Right, right,
perfect.
right. Yeah.
None of them are perfect, and none of them are masterpieces. But I do respect that the impact that it has on pop culture. But that
Yeah.
being said, the sequel trilogies are okay. I don't.
Yeah.
I think they definitely were rushed, but
Mhm.
certain elements of it, I was fine with. Like with Ray, I'm cool with her being what people want to say is a Mary Sue, because Obi-Wan's a Gary Sue, whatever you want to call him.
Gary Sue, I love that, bro. I'm gonna use
Like,
that.
yeah, it's like it's
That's
ridiculous
funny.
how people. I will never get upset about a movie or something like that, the level that these people do. I'll
Yeah,
never do that,
for
because it's
sure.
like these characters do not exist. I appreciate that somebody created that from their head, but at the end of the day, we gotta realize that this is the real life. Like
Mm-hmm.
these things are just material things. Like they don't. It's just they're just escape. They're just there for escapism and stuff. You know, but
Right.
the sequel trilogy was okay. Could have been better,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Anything could have been better.
I think
With
so
more
too.
time.
Like cuz I was actually like I was a big fan of the original, and I actually enjoyed the prequels, like for real. That was
Hmm.
me. But like I mean the dialogue was kind of like whatever, but like I don't know, like I enjoyed it. In terms of like the new trilogy, I think the only one I actually enjoyed was The Force Awakens, which was like
Mm.
episode 7. Even though it was kind of a rehash of episode 4, I still enjoyed it. But yeah, and then after that, I was like, like I mean, I can like I'm
What
good.
I just want to address one comment I got. I don't Von Miller. I don't hate Obi-Wan. He's just like I don't understand why people love him. He's just too goody goody. Like this man gets so lucky. He has no business beating Darth Maul. I don't care what nobody say.
as a
But
as a paddle as a Padawan, like
yeah,
yeah, for
and
sure.
for people
I can
saying
see that. I agree with that.
because the people say, oh, he was an impress. Darth Maul was an apprentice too. I was like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, bro, no,
He killed
that's
Qui
Qui.
Gon, bro. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you're telling me that Obi-Wan is better than Qui? Come on, no, come on, come on.
Man, yeah, I think like you know why I love Obi-Wan so much is because of Ewan McGregor, honestly. Like he just does the role
Yeah,
so well.
he
Like
does.
I just
He
that's
makes
why.
he makes a more compelling Obi-Wan than I forget who played Obi-Wan in the original trilogy.
Alec Guinness, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah,
hell,
like
yeah.
old Obi-Wan.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So like I guess that's the reason why. But like Star Wars as a whole is for me just average. It's nothing like, but I say that because I say things about certain things because I watch so much I watch so many different stories. I've watched so many different movies. So for me to
Right.
say something like, oh, for me to say like, The Mandalorian is the best show out right now, that would like me, my red flag would go up, be like, but have you seen this? You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
And I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
and I think that's a lot of like, I think that's on people though as well. I know a lot of people's lives are different, so they don't have time to watch certain things, and
for sure.
what I'm saying. But I always encourage people to watch other things outside of their comfort zone because you
Yeah,
never know
yeah,
what
yeah. Oh, you'd be surprised. Absolutely. Like, dude, like I didn't get into anime until like a few years ago, I think. And so and I agree with that, but like characters are the most important aspect of a work of like in any show or any like for me, characters dude, like I'm big on character development. If you could develop a good character, give me like a good story with and just like walking through this journey with these characters, man, I'm big on character development and like that's why I don't know. That's why I love I don't know, like that's why I enjoy Attack on Titan. I think it does a good job of like giving backstory and like I'm trying to think of okay, I don't know if you've ever seen Avatar, but like I mean everybody like loves that show. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but like it's one of my
uh,
favorites of all time.
I I've watched bits and pieces of it, not
Yeah,
all in
yeah.
its entirety, but I know it's got a huge fan base, and you
Yeah,
know.
that show
But talking about stepping out of your like comfort zone, like I know
yeah.
one of these big narratives that like I've been trying to do more on this platform is like I've always said like watch more anime.
Mhm.
I've always tried to encourage people to watch more anime, even though like there's some people, that's just not their thing, like the big beady eyes and stuff. And that's the
Right.
thing, not all anime is like that. Attack on Titan,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that
Oh, Attack
that's
on Titan's art styles
yeah.
stands out so much. Like it's so different. Like the way that
Cause
they've done it
it's definitely anime because like they still have the big eyes, but they're not like overly big, like
for sure.
what I'm saying. But like it's not your typical anime where, oh, the main protagonist has spiky hair and a big sword or something like that. Like no, they
So,
look average.
man, all right. So, whatever you think of big hair and I'm sorry, spiky hair and big sword. Who's the first character you think of? I'm
Ichigo.
curious. Ichigo. Man, I never that's Bleach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another one I've never watched.
Oh, Bleach is one of the goats. Before I saw Attack
Yeah.
on Titan, Bleach was the goat
Okay.
because this is how I kind of rank my top, like my top threes, my top three animes of all time. I go not no like well in specific order. If I had to put it in a specific order, it'd be Attack on Titan, Bleach, and DBZ. I say DBZ because in the
Gotcha.
'90s, that was the anime for me at that
Well,
time.
you know what?
Or-
You know what's so special about Dragon Ball is
mm,
like literally that is the anime that because like I've seen bits and pieces. Jamie, what's going on? And I have like that is the anime that really brought anime to like the West, to the States. Like
yeah, it changed
that's
everything.
why that's why we have like basically all this anime here, and like it's because of Dragon Ball, like for real. And again, I've never like
Mm,
I'm not like too into Dragon Ball. I haven't seen too much of it, but like it's
yeah.
very it was very
Now,
it was a stepping stone for sure.
like, there's definitely some anime. Like, I understand like the stigmas and there definitely is cultural differences of like just like with just how Japanese cartoons are compared to Western cartoons and stuff, and just the
Right.
humor is different as well.
For
Some
sure.
people some people might not like the whole always being in school. I don't really like those storylines. Like I'm kind of over it with My Hero Academia. Like they're still in like I think they're still in like middle school or something like that still. But
I
but
think well, it's UA High, so
yeah.
they're in high school. I think. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
okay.
characters sound like they're in middle school, especially if you
Mhm.
watch the dub. But yeah. I mean, I know what you mean though. And
But it's interesting though, because like I always like try to encourage people that like they don't want to kind of step into that, or they'll just kind of dismiss it. Like they'll say, "Oh, I can't feel any emotions towards like a cartoon character." What I say to that is just like I look at anime like I look at a regular show, because Jon Snow's not a real person.
right,
Iron Man's not a real person.
right.
They're just in live action. I look at it the same way. It's just, oh, he's
Yep,
just doing
yep.
voice acting,
Hmm.
which when you look at like voice acting for like Attack on Titan, it's better. That shit deserves an
Oh,
Oscar if it
it's
could win
better
it,
than some like live action acting, like for sure. I
bro.
agree.
It's just it
Yeah.
like just going in, but like but yeah, like I feel like over time more people will get into anime
Yep.
because what I like about anime and even the mangas, because that comes before the just how like comic books over here and whatnot, is it's just such a big melting pot of so many different genres that
Right.
you can only they have you have your typical shonens, your like typical
Yeah.
shonen tropes
Hmm.
or typical harem shits and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. For
But
sure. For sure.
what I give them props for is that we have so many different stories to go off of, where you
Hmm.
compare it to the
Yeah.
like you compare it to Western comics, all we have is Batman and Superman and DC and Marvel.
That's so
Like
true. That's
as far
that's
as
so
just
true.
as far as like the mainstream stuff, I'm not talking about like the indie stuff or like
Right, 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 right.
that's and they just keep redoing that instead of just making new characters, making new heroes. And that's why I was like, yo, like people that are into comic books or like that genre would love anime, because there's so much, especially if
Oh
you
my
haven't
god.
gotten to anime now, there's so much to explore. So much.
Yeah, and I'm sure like I mean, I've never like I'm not like a manga reader, but man, like if you're into comics, dude, manga is it's right up your alley, bro. Like for real.
Yeah,
Um
and
it's
it
so
is
crazy. And you get everything before the anime comes out. So like what's up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Man.
and that's the thing too. And like they over there, they respect the source material, so they won't drift
Yeah.
too far off of the source material.
Yeah.
Like
Like you
the only,
oh
only time
man.
you'll see a difference in like the manga and the anime is like Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
Dragon
Gotcha.
Ball Super and stuff and all that. Like those are like two different uh two different types of things
For
going on there.
sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't think I know any animes that have like or I'm sorry, yeah, any animes that have like strayed drastically from like I mean even like a little bit from like the mangas, like their perspective mangas. Like I know like over here we've got like like the Marvel and DC movies and even the shows are like taking like a different twist on like characters and stuff and which is like I get like it's okay. Like I don't mind that, but people who read the manga spoils it. Yeah, that's like the thing that I'm like that gets on my nerves. Like people who read the Landon said that, and it just made me thought because like I have a friend who's a big manga reader, and he's like, "Oh, you've got to wait till like 2021 for like whatever, or you've got to wait till like the summer for whatever for Attack on Titan to come out."
I'll wait.
I already know what happens. I'm like, "Congratulations!" Like I don't care.
I'm so glad that I have not been spoiled by this final chapter. Like
Yeah,
final
same.
going on. I'm staying away from all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
for sure.
people definitely give anime a try.
Absolutely.
If you rather, I highly recommend. I could attest to this from being. I used to be a dub person. I used to be a dub peasant. I had to step it up to sub because like
Dude, come
yo,
on, bro.
sub is just better. Sub is just better in every way possible, shape, form. Like the dub, like watching the dub of Attack on Titan is weird to me.
It was weird, bro. I think I watched
It's good, but it's weird.
I watched a couple episodes like so here's the thing. If I try usually when I start off, I try like watching an anime dubbed and then like if it's like if I just like can't handle it, like I literally just like I gotta go to the sub because like like the sub honestly like the sub does like the Japanese voice actors for like whatever for like the subbed anime. We say sub, but like that's just what it's normally is for them over there, right? Like they put so much more passion, I feel like, into it.
So much,
so much
more.
more.
You feel it.
Oh my gosh, bro! Like for real. And like I think the only anime that I've like watched all the way through dubbed was Sword Art. I think that was it. Because I love Cherry Lee as a voice actress. Like, but that's it.
I just started watching the Studio Ghibli movies. I watched Spirited Away.
Oh, Studio Ghibli.
And Howl's Moving Castle. I was like, when I'm watching this, I feel like I'm watching a Disney movie. I'm like, yo, why can't Disney capture this? Like,
dude, Christian Bale and Howl's Moving Castle for the
I didn't know that. I was looking at the credits. I was like, wait, Christian Bale? Is that the real Christian Bale? Like,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, man, dude. I'd say Howl's Moving Castle probably my favorite Studio Ghibli, but like
the next one I'm gonna watch is the Princess
Mononoke. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's probably my second favorite one, I would say. But I mean, like all of them are great. Like Spirited Away was like I liked it, but like for me, I don't know if you felt the same way, but it kind of dragged a little bit. That's just me. Like I kind of was like, I don't know. Like I just like wasn't.
They are long.
I would have liked to be.
I think that's one thing I had to get used to with those because I'm not used to watching a 2-hour anime. Like, straight up like that. Which I don't mind that, but it's just like it's definitely something I have to get used to because I'm used to animated movies being like an hour and a half. Yeah. But I wanted to get to this one question. Bob Miller asked, like, if I was in charge of Attack on Titan, I'm assuming live action. Who would I get to direct? I'll get James Wan. James Wan.
Okay.
James Wan to direct, but I'll get what's his name? Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
do, like all the
designs. He would do a good Attack on Titan. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, he probably would. I'm like,
I think he would make the Colossal Titan look better than the anime. Like just like ripped out.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro, I think would be sick. Ishtar, what's going up? Good to see you.
Master Square Queens.
Yeah, man, it's good to see all you guys in chat.
But to switch things over. I wanted to kind of let the people get to know you a little bit more. We've been talking about for a good half of this. So, you told people, you stream different games and stuff and whatnot, and What else you got? You mentioned you're on a Twitch team now, so you can elaborate on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, I don't know if y'all are like Kingdom Hearts fans at all. You probably know who like HMK is. He's a pretty big like Kingdom Hearts, Zelda, Smash Bros. Like YouTuber. And so I like again, I don't know like what everyone in the chat is into, but uh yeah, he's like doing this thing on his channel called like the Fifth Dimension, and basically like he's just like he created a Twitch team called the Fifth Dimension where basically like it's just like people to apply and join and just get the more recognition. And I was like, you know what the heck, like I'll apply for it. I don't really stream on Twitch that much. I kind of do every once in a while. But I like applied like not expecting anything, and then like I got an email saying I was accepted, and I was like, wait, what? Like so it's pretty cool. Like I have been like again, I mostly do stream on YouTube. I mostly am doing stuff on YouTube, but I have been doing Twitch more because of it, and it's been really really cool. Like we were talking like kind of before the stream started, Perp, but like HMK like rated my stream like
Yeah,
last
that's
week, and it
crazy.
was like I was like insane. I was like, what the heck, bro? Like this is madness. This is mental. But yeah, it's been so yeah, I am, and my Twitch, it's pretty much the same as like my YouTube. It's just Andy Brew, except it's Andy Brew 48. Because apparently Andy Brew was like taken or something. I couldn't use that one, but
make
um
make sure y'all sub to Andy, man. He's got a phenomenal channel. He's almost at 1K, so let's help him get there. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
I appreciate that.
Help him get one step closer to that, even if it's 5 or 10 people, whoever's watching. You know what I'm saying? I put the link in the chat, and I put a link to his channel in the description. If that's easier for y'all, definitely go support his channel. Continue.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, by the way,
Yeah, no
for
problem.
again. Thanks for again for having me on, and thank you guys in the. It's cool seeing you guys in the chat. You know, I love like seeing new people, and that's like my favorite part of our streaming is like I love like I just want to like interact and get to know people, and that's actually
Hmm.
what's crazy like that's actually what I like about being a small YouTuber is I can talk to people in my like during my streams and like kind of make it more
Hmm.
personal, which is cool. And I know,
That's how you build it up and stuff. You build like
yeah,
you
yeah,
build your brand and stuff and whatnot. Yep.
yeah. And so it's that's what's been great about just like right now we're shameless plug. I'm on YouTube. We're streaming The Last of Us Part 2 right now, and then we're
Word.
gonna dive into I think in the middle of July. There's two games coming out on the same day, and they're completely different games. But I'm going to be streaming them both. It's Ghost of Tsushima and Paper Mario. Completely different games, but I'm pumped for both of them, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like,
Ghost of Tsushima looks like some For Honored stuff like with the gameplay.
yeah, it's like For Honor meshed with like Neo, meshed with like
But
Assassin's Creed.
you mentioned you're playing The Last of Us 2, and that's a very controversial game now. A lot of people
Yes,
have a lot to say about it. The people that haven't played the game have the most to say about the game,
which
which I find so
really,
funny.
really, I've been
Yes,
seeing
I
kind of the
find
opposite. At least that's
that
what I've been seeing.
because I know for a fact there's people out there that are making review. They're watching like the walkthroughs or something like that, or just watching the
Right.
whole
Oh, I
just
gotcha.
just the game with the cutscenes, and they're trying to depict. They're going to make their review off that. That's trash. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Play for yourself.
but as a person that I always say, like, you should play things for yourself. Like, if somebody told, I made this example, like, if somebody told me, like, I saw some leaks about Kingdom Hearts 3, it wouldn't stop me from going to play that. Are you
Absolutely,
serious?
yeah.
Like, you know how
Absolutely.
long we've been waiting for that?
Yeah, so like I actually it's funny. I recently like I finished playing the first Last of Us game. Uh Literally I think I got done the day before part 2 came out cuz like that was like my
Mm,
first time playing it and I loved it. The first one was so good. My opinions on I'm like up and down with part 2 because like
mm,
the gameplay is it's so fun. Like it's fun. It's a little bit the gameplay is a little bit of a step up from the first game because it's a
that's
little
what I
more
heard.
faster. It's a little more faster paced.
Mm,
They introduced like a dodge mechanic, which is pretty cool. And it just feels good. Uh,
Quick second. Does the 30 frames bother you?
no, I like
That
that.
I heard the 30 frames kind of bothers some people, and they're waiting for it to play it again on PlayStation 5 when they get like
Yeah, like that
60
stuff.
frames.
Like, bro, I could care less about that. Like, just give me a
Mhm.
game that, like, if I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun. That's all that matters. But like, regardless of like how it looks, or how it's running. But in terms of the story, I will say like there are moments that I liked, and then there are moments that I'm like, I think this could have been done better.
Mhm.
Like, and I won't spoil anything, but like, if you ask me, like, so like, I mean, in any game, characters get killed off, like it's not an
Yeah.
uncommon thing. I think there's a way to go about killing off characters, whether it's a game or a TV show. And
Mhm.
I'm just like, I'm not sure how I feel about the way that they did it in this game, like with a specific character. And you know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about if you've played it
Yeah.
and you've seen the leaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, again, I'm like kind of up and down. I gotta see. I haven't finished it yet. I have to see how it ends because that's
Yeah.
gonna really like change a
Because
lot
all
for me.
the little information I know about this game and like what I've kind of like spoiled myself on, it's just like it's a very ambitious idea, and like it's not like those types of choices for like storytelling are very risky because you could end up
Absolutely,
alienating your whole entire. But at at but I give them, like I said, I always give them credit because they're trying to
they're
kind
taking
of,
risks.
yeah,
Absolutely,
they're trying to do something different, and hopefully, this kind of inspires other, games to kind of make a more in-depth, like kind of game, because
for
that's what's
sure.
about the experience and the immersion. Because I know a lot of people that are upset, like, oh, you play as this character, and now you expect me to play as this character. I was like, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool, because now
yeah,
you got two different type of perspectives. Because like,
for
how many
sure, for sure,
games
for sure.
how many games do you know that you can go in and play as the villain or like the
Right.
antagonist,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
both characters? Like,
See,
that's interesting. But
my
like,
only okay, well, actually, I do want to kind of like I'm going to address this question in the chat real quick. Bob Miller said, "Do you believe this generation of consoles will be the last? There will be a huge graphic update, but better spec." Like, I don't think so. Because
consoles will
technology,
always be.
yeah, like technology is like it's upgrading faster than ever. So I don't believe so. Um, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to address that question.
Yeah,
It's like my opinion.
disc drives are definitely going to go be a thing of the past after this generation. Like,
For sure.
everything's going to be a digital console.
Yeah, which kind of like it sucks because like I kind of there's certain games like that I'm like I kind of
Mm.
want to have the disc for like,
Yeah,
but I mean it's
but you
cool.
realize when you look back at your library, you're just like, oh, like, man, I got a lot of digital games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's like,
Um.
it's the
Anyway,
convenience too.
going back
But
to
go ahead.
uh Last of Us because you do play as like again without spoiling too much, um you do play as like someone who you would see as a villain figure, and it's like so here's my thing with that. I think it's cool, like, depending on the character. But, like,
Mhm.
for example, and, like, this is, like, Final Fantasy VII spoilers. So if you never played FF7, like, spoilers are ahead. But, like, if you, like, if you made me play as Sephiroth right after he kills Aerith right in front of Cloud, I'm not gonna enjoy that like at all. You know what I mean? Like, or
I, come on.
if you let me play as like Xehanort after he acts as Kyrie right in front of Sora, bro,
Oh
I'm
man,
not gonna enjoy that. Like it's just like
man. But
bad.
I gotta count that because it's like I would love to play a Sephiroth. I don't care. I would love to play a Sephiroth.
Yeah, just to wreak havoc or something. But like, I don't know. Like, it would be cool. Like, let's be real, and
Mm.
especially like if you've like dipped into Crisis Core at all, like that
And,
Crisis Core really humanizes Sephiroth, and it's like, whoa, like
and,
I
and
think
I th-
that's
and
crazy.
and I think with the whole Last of Us thing, I think a lot of people are kind of like going overboard with it,
Yeah,
as
I
far as
agree.
going saying F Naughty Dog, because it's just like this was this was Naughty Dog's choice. I respect it because it's like we live in this time where we're always trying to respect the creator and like what like the story that they wanted to tell.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't think we should go around just picking and choosing. Like,
I agree with that. Yeah,
we're gonna praise Zack Snyder for being able to tell his vision, but
yeah,
we're gonna shit
right.
on Naughty Dog for telling their vision.
I know you've got some pretty strong opinions on the Snyder Cut from what I've seen on Twitter.
I mean, like because people because like that's the thing about the Snyder Cut and just things in general. Like when you critique something or say something that somebody doesn't like, they
Yeah,
automatically think that you hate it. You know,
right, right.
when those words hate never came out my mouth. My like certain thing. Did I enjoy Justice League? I thought it was meh. Batman vs Superman
Yeah.
was obviously better, but
I think so too. I'm with you on that.
do
Yeah.
do I need to see another version of this Justice League? No. I think
Mhm.
it's a waste
Right,
of money and waste of resources. I would
right.
rather them put that money towards an HBO Max original because they're lacking in that.
Yeah, dude. And I think like the problem, at least from like what I'm kind of seeing, that that DC pop culture, what's up, man? Uh is like whenever like something flops, like one of their movies flops, they fire everybody and then they hire new people to like
Yeah.
make the next DC movie. And that's why it's like it doesn't like I don't think they flow together as well as like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, because in
Yeah.
like MCU, you've got one guy, Kevin Feige, he's overseeing the whole thing,
Uh,
and it's just like it's a lot more smoother. You've got different directors and
li-
stuff, but like,
think
yeah,
about it like this, right? And I'm starting to see what people are talking about, and like it's a mixed bag. People are so cool with like Zack Snyder getting his things out and everything, but think
hmm
about this, right? We got the death of Superman in one in the second movie, and we got Doomsday. Oh, we got the death
oh
of Superman,
right, yeah,
Doomsday, and Darkseid. Those are
right,
huge things that you should build up to. And
right, yep, I agree,
nobody that's a Zack Snyder fan it will admit that. They'll
yep,
just be like, "Oh, so what?" Da, da, da.
yeah, I
Not,
that's like
I'm not, and I'm not coming at any time like because like, that's the thing. Like I'm not like trying to. I don't like to choose sides. I'm just speaking what's on my mind and like using like common sense. Like, yeah, that's good that Zack Snyder is getting his vision out.
for sure,
Kudos. You know,
absolutely, yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be watching it on HBO Max.
same,
But I will say now, there's a ton of pressure, a ton of things that this movie needs to or series or however they're gonna put it out needs to live up to. This can't
yeah,
be no, oh, it was okay. No, a lot of y'all been hyping this thing up like it's the next like Dark Knight. That's how
right,
that
right,
I
right,
feel like people are treating this. That it's not everybody. I'm not trying to speak for all Snyder fans. It's not all Snyder fans. Like a lot of them are cool. Some of them are just way too far up their own ass to like just even breathe sometimes. Um, you know, and it's just like I'm on the side. I'm on I'm not gonna say I'm choosing side, but I'm on the side of the fence where I'm looking forward to the Batman, the one I'm looking forward to the future. I don't really care about like a David Ayer cut or a Snyder cut. It's just like
yeah,
because regardless if it ends up being successful and I don't think either way it changes anything.
right,
It's just like at the end of the day, to me, I feel like it's just a waste of money and resources where you could
right,
just put that into something else. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You could have put that in between, put that for another HBO Max original, or put it towards the marketing for another movie or something like that.
yeah,
Somewhere
yeah,
where like it's actually going to benefit. This being on a streaming service, like it's cool, but I also thought it's kind of shady on Warner Brothers' part because obviously they like if you look at HBO Max, they have nothing. They have no original
right,
content. They
right,
do, but they don't. They don't have like that one that like Disney Plus had that one original, The Mandalorian. They don't have anything, and it's just the whole. We constantly as fans and stuff or supporters or something like everybody just continues to just create these divides where
yeah,
if even though like it's inevitable because everybody thinks different, everybody is not always going to be on the same thinking level or on the same same pace as you with stuff with
Yeah,
certain
for
things.
sure. For sure.
So it just when I see stuff like that, it just doesn't make me excited for like to watch anything.
Yeah,
Because it's just like it gets
I
to the
feel that.
point where it's burnt out. It's just like, yo, like when are we gonna just shut up about this stuff, or just you know, when is things gonna actually change? 'Cause it just seems like every time we go one step forward, we go 10 steps back. It's just nobody can be excited for anything. Just I don't know, man, but I'm excited to see what's to come with these comic book movies because it's definitely going to
Yeah,
be
for sure.
interesting. I'm still looking more forward to what DC has than Marvel. You know what I'm saying? But the whole
Yeah.
Snyder cut thing is that all I'm gonna say is that thing better be a 10 out of 10. It can't be no less than that. It can't.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. And like, I mean, I don't do like movie reviews or anything like that on my channel, but I definitely like. I'm curious because one of my buddies, his name's Will. He's a huge DC fan. He's like over the board excited for the Snyder cut, and I'm like, all right. I mean, hey, like I'm like, we'll see, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, I don't know. And like, I'm cool with like, here's the other thing too. Like, if
Hmm.
y'all got a different opinion, that's cool, man. Like, it's okay to disagree. Like, I'm just saying,
Right.
like you can, I usually end up the things that like I love the most, I usually end up critiquing the most. So like for me, like I don't know, like I'll use Kingdom Hearts as an example, but like there's a lot of things that Kingdom Hearts 3 I thought did that was amazing, but there was a lot of things that I was like, this could have been
Yeah.
better, you
When
know?
when
And
when people said like Kingdom Hearts 3 was disappointing, I was like, I guess. I mean,
I
you
think
have.
some aspects of it were disappointing. For example, like you couldn't really explore around like Twilight Town that much. Like we could have go to the
Yeah.
clock tower. Or like if you ask me, this is my opinion, but like the Disney worlds were like vast and you could explore them. They looked amazing. Like there was like a lot to there was like a lot to see and a lot to like explore, but like I don't know if you felt this way too, but there was something that just felt like missing for this game compared to like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I don't know what it
Mm.
was, but like something just like felt like missing. Like there was like no real
There,
purpose of going to the Disney worlds.
it
Um
could have been something behind the scenes where it could have been rushed.
yeah.
Because they've been working on it for so long, and they had to meet that deadline, and they just had to put whatever out. And I'll say this, like, I haven't played through it again, but I don't play
Mhm.
through much games anyways, even if I liked
Right.
it. I
Right.
don't play through much games like that a second time.
Right.
But to me, I thought it lived up to my expectations because
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I've
for
been
me.
waiting for so long, and to see what happens with Zigbar at
Bro,
the end,
that is
I was like,
that
bro, give
is
me
the
Kingdom Hearts
greatest
4 right
thing.
now.
That is the greatest thing they could have ever done, like
Yeah,
ever. Because like one, like Zigbar, like was already one of my favorite villains, let alone one of my probably in my top 5 favorite characters. Like honestly, like he's just a cool guy, and like James Patrick Stewart does a phenomenal job. But man, like with him being Lushu, and like I'm assuming like you've watched back cover and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like
The Master of
dude,
Masters.
yeah,
That's what's
bro,
crazy. Like how people like how could you not be excited about that? It's like, yo, this whole
for
time
sure.
The Xehanort has just pretty much just been Darth Vader. Now there's two other big bads out there.
Well, you know what's funny is it's so funny because it's the secret episode, and I think Recoded, where
Hmm.
Zigbar's talking to young Xehanort. It's the first time you see young Xehanort before you knew like who it was. And he's like they're like gathering like the 13 darknesses, and he's like, whatever, I got my hands full with my own plans. And it's like, oh, well, what are you up to? Like, what's going on? And there's like subtle, like little hints, like
Yeah,
throughout the
especially
series for sure.
especially in Kingdom Hearts 2, you could definitely pick up
Oh
on like
my gosh, dude.
because
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I want to go back and play through Kingdom Hearts 2 and stuff just for the Zigbar stuff and whatnot. But
yeah,
just
dude.
to see, because it's like I wish more people would get into Kingdom Hearts because I would say like that's the darkest like Disney property they got.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, which
That's
is
their
funny.
darkness.
Like, I mean, like if you, I mean, also like, I mean, I guess like Pirates of the Caribbean, but like,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But dude, like in terms of like, I don't know, like you
Depressing.
can, and like I don't know how like updated you are with like Union Cross and like the
Oh,
lore of that.
I don't play mobile games, but
Yeah, bro.
I'll
So
probably just catch your I'll probably catch your videos on it.
I probably well, like, so what I've been doing is like specifically with Union Cross, like I played it for a while just in my own time, and like
Mhm.
then I was like, all right, this is like too repetitive, and so I literally have just been like, whenever KH Insider uploads like a new story update, I just watch the story cutscenes to get the story. And then
Yeah.
like that's it. And like that's what I did with Dark Road. Like Dark Road came out
Hmm.
a couple of days ago, and so like I'll watch the cutscenes and I'm gonna like give it a shot in my own time. But yeah, dude,
Now
like
I have another question about Kingdom Hearts.
okay.
When do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out? Me, I'm saying 2024 or 2025. Just because of
Um
the new technology
20
now, they're
2036. I'm joking. But well, I
I don't
don't
think it's going to be another 10-year wait. It's going to
no,
probably be like
absolutely
5 years.
not. Like I think because what they're doing right now is they're doing well, they released Dark Road on mobile, and
Mhm.
that is, if y'all don't know what that is, it's basically Xehanort's backstory and like how he becomes like the Seeker of Darkness, because like he doesn't have his yellow eyes in Dark Road
Oh,
at all.
interesting.
Yeah, so
'Cause
like
I was wondering about that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and so it's like it's him and Ericus, you like a young Ericus and a young Xehanort, and like honestly, dude, like it's pretty interesting because like they like the dynamic between Xehanort and Ericus, it's like a Sora Riku dynamic kind of, which is cool, and also
Mhm.
like they introduced a lot of like these new characters, or like they're like Xehanort's classmates, and they are all named after names from like Norse mythology, which is
Mhm.
interesting. And it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, like new characters, like the designs look like super cool. Like if you want to check it out, check it out. But man, yeah, so they did Dark Road a couple days ago that released, and then they're doing Melody of Memory, which
Mhm.
it's like a rhythm game. And I think what they're going to do with that, because they showed that, and they also showed like some story stuff with like Kyrie and like who I'm assuming the guy in the hood is the Master of Masters if you've seen the trailer
Yeah.
for it. Um and so like
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
I'm really curious to see who the Masters of Masters is.
All right. Yeah.
Imagine this, right? Imagine this, right? What if the Masters of Masters is Sora?
That's what bro. That's what I've been saying from day one, dude. Like, I am so okay. I don't know if I'm sold on it, but like, I am like, there is okay. I have a lot of thoughts about this because, um, like for real, Sora being the Master of Masters, one that would make the most sense. That would make the most sense from a story standpoint. Like, Kyrie's squaring off with the Master of Masters. At least that's who I think it is in the trailer. He flips
Mhm.
up his hood, and it's Sora. Like, imagine like the emotion.
Like an old Sora, old man Sora?
Yeah,
Oh,
or
that
well,
blows my
here's like
mind.
what I'm thinking. It's a Sora from like a timeline or reality where he lost, and like everybody died, and so like
Mm.
it's like something like that, or like I don't know, but it's the reason why I'm like I feel so strongly that like I hope it's Sora, because one, it would be insane for the fact that like out of everybody that deserves to be a Keyblade Master, but like isn't an official Keyblade Master, like it's Sora. Like he's not technically an official Keyblade Master like Riku and Aqua are. But
Mhm.
like it would just be so ironic, like oh he's the Master of Masters, but also
N-
if this is like something that's been bothering me for a while, but like if you go back and watch Kingdom Hearts Key back cover and all of the scenes that the Master of Masters is in, um, and I kind of talk about this in a theory video that I made like a while ago, like last year, but um he keeps saying like, well, I might disappear one day, or maybe one day I'll suddenly disappear. And he's like, I don't know if I'll disappear or not. It's
Oh
anyone's
my
guess for now.
god.
And bro, what happens to Sora at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3? What happens?
Disappears.
He's gone, bro. He freaking fades, disappears. Like, come on, dude. That would be
Now, as far as like the game goes, because like it looks like they're setting up another trilogy. Now, I don't
I
know if
have
this
no
goes.
idea,
I,
honestly.
I don't know if this will be like just hypothetically speaking. If this was the last trilogy, would you have Sora go against like the foretellers, and then the fifth game go against like Lucio, and then the last game goes up with the Masters and Masters?
I think what they're setting up I think what they're doing is they're setting it up to where and this was teased in the epilogue after the Lucio reveal and when Ericus and Xehanort are playing chess. Ericus is like, I thought about this new game, right? And they put the pieces on the board, and it's like
Yeah.
the dark pieces, and they're all like there are 7 pieces, and they're all the symbols of like the foretellers, Lucio, and the Master of Masters. So I think what they might be leading up to is setting up basically like as the foretellers, Lucio, and the Master as like the new antagonists. And yeah, I don't know like how they're gonna go about that with like the protagonists, like if they're gonna have like everybody come
Yeah.
back or if it's what it's gonna be.
Because my whole theory is stuff like if they're gonna do this whole thing, like, all right, we're gonna do a deal with Lucio in this trilogy. That's like that's like 15 years worth of games, 20 years, baby.
For sure.
And then another 20 years. Like, I think they're getting like, I feel like he has an ending in mind. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like they should do like one more trilogy and
Yeah.
just like wrap everything up.
I know like with Melody of Memory, here's what I'm like assuming is what they're doing is so like because they showed the gameplay, which is like the rhythm style game, and what it's looking like is Kingdom Hearts 4 Master Masters Goofy's son Max. That's so funny. But what I think they're doing is like because they give you those cutscenes with Kyrie and the Master Masters, and if you watch the English trailer, well, it's not English, but it's closed caption, so it's like subbed or it's subbed. But like, bro, Kyrie was going off. She was like, "You took you're the reason why that like we weren't strong enough. Like, I cannot forgive you for this." And she went swinging at him, bro. Like,
So somebody she knows.
Yeah, like I want more of that Kyrie, dude. I want more of that Kyrie so bad.
Yeah, because I could get somebody's complaint about Kingdom Hearts 3 is like, where's Kyrie the whole time? Like, but it's just like I look at Kyrie like at this point. I look at Kyrie like I look at like a Sakura or like
Well, here's the thing. Think about it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora would not have been so whenever like everyone gets wiped out by like the demon tide and Sora has to go save everybody before like the Keyblade War stuff goes down in the Keyblade graveyard, he's going and like grabbing all of like everyone's hearts and stuff, but Kyrie was actually the one holding him together. So Kyrie in the background, like Sora couldn't do that unless Kyrie like wasn't the one holding him together and keeping him together as he was going and saving everybody.
I gotta play this DLC.
Yeah, bro, dude. The DLC. Well, so that actually wasn't part of the DLC. That's actually in the main game. Whenever they are again, like they get wiped out by the demon tide, Sora's going around, like you're diving to like the different worlds and you're fighting like that Heartless. I think it's called the Lich, and you're grabbing everyone's hearts, and like after he's done, it's like he has like that moment with Kyrie whenever he's like flying into the light, and yeah, basically she was like, I'm the one who's like holding you together, and then they go fight the Keyblade War. But yeah, dude, you need to finish Remind. Like here's like my thoughts on Remind without, I don't know how far you've played it or if you've played it at all.
I beat the first the main game.
So you did the Remind scenario. So like that, honestly, like if you ask me, some of that stuff should have already been in the original, but it was cool. Like honestly, like it made Kingdom Hearts 3 so much better for me. Like seeing like Like you get the thing that I freaked out the most about, because I have been wanting this for years, was the fact that not only do you get to play as Roxas, but like you play as Roxas fighting Xemnas. Because like,
Oh,
dude, I
that's
lost my
crazy.
mind because like if you've like I don't know like Kingdom Hearts 3 5 over 2 came out for the DS like a while ago, and so like that was like it's actually a fun game, like it's fun, and it's like it's such like a different experience playing it and then versus like watching it with like the 1.5 HD
Hmm.
remix. But like dude, whenever like after like Shion fades away and she's like, Kingdom Hearts, set them free. You know, and so he's like, all right, like I will. I'm going to fulfill this last request. He's going to the world that never was to set, like, basically to confront Xemnas and to free Kingdom Hearts. And the only reason why we didn't get that confrontation was because Riku intervened. But like, if that didn't happen, like we were gonna see like Roxas go at it with Xemnas, and I have been wanting that for so long. Like I've been wanting to see him just go at it with Xemnas,
I
and like we got that, and I was like,
I
yes,
actually I actually started a new game on Critical, and like that Critical is no joke.
it's
I'm
no
like
joke, bro. It's
I might
not.
have to just take I might have to just do I was like I might have to just do this another day where I'm focused and just
Yeah, dude. I'm actually planning on Twitch doing a critical level 1 run eventually,
Yep.
which is gonna be crazy. But
I'm looking
um
forward to it. But I remember my first playthrough. I didn't realize like I have none of my abilities set on there or nothing until I got to like the Monster Inc. The Monster Inc. I was
that's
like,
so
I was
funny.
wondering. I was like, why am I struggling with these little like lame ass bosses and stuff?
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
was just like,
funny.
oh, I didn't turn on my abilities or nothing like that. I
It's
was like,
funny
damn.
because everyone, and like I thought this too, but like if you played on proud mode, a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, like Kingdom Hearts 3 is like too easy, even on proud mode." And then the more was like, "Oh, all right, you want hard? I'll give you hard." He gives you critical mode, and it's like it's basically Dark Souls, like
Yeah, like
it's insane.
proud mode. Proud mode for this wasn't bad. I guess because it's like I was used to that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure,
It definitely felt. They definitely handicapped you with all the different like
absolutely.
what was the amusement stuff? Because I used that a lot.
Yeah.
I spammed the shit out of
It got old after like the first couple times
that.
I used it. I was like, well, it's cool because in critical mode you can turn that off.
Yeah. Because
And
I was thinking about like playing through again in critical, but then I thought about I was like, do I really want to fight like Xehanort and all them again?
right,
Like, do I want to go through
right.
that again? Like,
And then Bob Miller saying, he asked, "Do you bring back the old trio like Aqua, Terra, and Ventus in the new trilogy?" I wouldn't. So here's like, I would love to have him back just because like I love those characters. But like my ideal next Kingdom Hearts game, like the perfect like next Kingdom Hearts game after Melody of Memory, or even if they like somehow did this in Melody of Memory, because like from what I'm understanding is like the story aspect is going to be in the cutscenes with like Kyrie and like Riku and Mom and stuff like that, and like the actual gameplay is going to be going through the memories and like doing like the rhythm stuff. And so like
yeah.
once you actually Perp, like once you actually start the next part of the DLC, you'll see why that's like, you know, you'll see why
Okay.
that's like kind of happening. But
Hmm.
my ideal next Kingdom Hearts game would be like this. I want kind of like a game like kind of like Dream Drop Distance, where there's two playable characters and either you're switching back and forth or you just like do one route as one character and then one route as the other.
Yeah.
And then have a Riku Kyrie game.
Yeah.
Like
Because
give me a
at
Riku
that point,
Kyrie game.
yeah, at that point, like you could make a Kingdom Hearts game a lot bigger with the technology they have now and stuff, and
For
like
sure. And like
they said it's a lot easier to make games with the new hardware now, so they won't be like limited to whatever. So we can actually probably get a whole open world Kingdom Hearts
yeah,
game. Yeah.
man. Like my thing, like, dude, bro, I just want more Kyrie. Like, give me more Kyrie,
Get,
whatever that mean. Like, however
two
you want to do it. Just, I want to play as Kyrie. I want to like, I just want more Kyrie
two
in Kingdom Hearts.
two things must happen in the next Kingdom Hearts game, right?
Yeah,
With Sora, Sora must become a Jedi and an Avenger.
I do, bro. Like, Here's my pitch for a Star Wars world, right? This is like in my mind, the perfect Star Wars world for me. Like, it's so the world, it's the Death Star. The world is the Death Star.
Mm.
And so you fly in and you're in the gummy ship. And then like Donald and Goofy are like, oh, like we're coming up on like something. And then you're like kind of like you enter into like this space battle. So you're doing space battles in the gummy ship against like TIE fighters,
Oh
like
my
Star
god,
Destroyers, and like that's like part of the world. And then you enter into the Death Star for like the rest of the world. And like you get
that'd
it
be dope.
like a lightsaber keyblade. That is my ideal Star Wars world.
That would actually make me want to play in the gummy ship.
Oh, for sure. For sure, dude. Oh man. But like, and for like, if they honestly, I hope they do like incorporate Marvel somehow. I just don't know what they would do. Like,
Oh, I just thought about it, because Square Enix, they're making that Avengers game, right?
yes, yes.
I would say, hey,
I saw your
just,
tweet
just
earlier. I saw your
I was
tweet.
just like, yo, just have Sora or Mickey or something like that, or Donald pop up at the end of that and be like, yo, we
Oh
need your
my
help.
gosh. Like a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
That'd be
Or
so
I always thought that it would be cool at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 is if Iron Man came out of a portal and said, "Are you Sora? We need your help."
dude, you know what would have been cool if we had like in Kingdom Hearts 3, if we had like an end game moment where
Hmm.
like they're like going up against all the Heartless and stuff, and like they're surrounded, and then all of a sudden like this portal opens, and it's like all the Final Fantasy characters walk through, all the Disney characters walk through. And,
Yo,
like
that'd be fun.
just go
Oh my
ham,
god.
bro. Like how cool would that have been? I would have
Ha-
loved
ha-
I would
You
have
could
loved
have you could have Thanos or Vader. You could have Thanos or Vader be like a secret boss battle or something like that. Have
bro, yeah. Maybe
Yo,
for
cause like
future people,
I always wanted the lightsaber keyblade, yo, cause I was like, yo, Xemnas has lightsaber keyblades. I was like, where did he get them
they're
from?
technically called like ethereal blades. I don't even know if I said that right. It's weird, but like, but the thing is, like, dude, Kingdom Hearts, like, just like the dynamic, like, Kingdom Hearts has to work well with like the worlds. And like it would work so well with Star Wars. Like you've got light versus darkness. Like you've got like, I mean, it just like it would work so well. I
Could you
think.
imagine? I know Sony owns like the rights to Spider-Man, but could you imagine Sora and Spider-Man teaming up? How epic that would be!
That would be interesting. Like I think that would be a stretch, but I mean, hey, like welcome to Kingdom Hearts where everything
Yeah,
is literally a
because
stretch.
I just
So
picture I just picture I want Tony Stark to make Sora a Keyblade, and then I want Donald to have Doctor Strange's like cape, and then Goofy to have Captain
that's so
America
funny.
shield.
Captain America shield for Goofy. Yeah, dude, that would be sick. Or even like if you can even get like Loki's scepter as like Donald's staff, like a staff for Donald. Like that would be insane. Or like yeah, man, that'd be crazy. Like a vibranium keyblade would be sick. Man, but yeah, like for sure, I would. So I would want if I had to pick between Star Wars or Marvel and Kingdom Hearts, I would want Star Wars just because I think it would work better, and I think there's a lot more you can do with that over them. Like if I were to pick one or the other, but yeah, dude. In terms of and like I was saying before, like in terms of like the next Kingdom Hearts games, like even the next couple of Kingdom Hearts games, like I would love it if honestly, and I think this is what they should do. If Sora just takes the back seat for a couple of games and like he's not in them at all, so that way like his return is so much more impactful and so much more like it just
Yeah,
hits, you know.
that might not sit well with like Sora fans.
You're
Be like,
right,
we
right.
don't want to play as blah blah blah. No, I want to play as Riku. I
I
want
want
to
to play
play as
Kyrie
Kyrie.
more, man.
Right,
Bro, let me play as Yen Sid. Like, I don't care. Like, I just want to like, I wanna play as Kyrie. Like, that's my big thing. Like, give me more Kyrie.
bro.
Uh,
When at the end of 3, when Xehanort hits Kyrie with the yo,
that threw me
Sora
off.
was pissed.
Yeah,
Sora was
dude. And
pissed.
like, you
I was
see,
expecting that.
you see a different side of Sora in that whole, like, in the Keyblade Graveyard, because like you see him, bro. You see him when everyone gets wiped out by like the heartless like
Mhm.
tornado demon tide. He breaks down, bro, and
And
like.
I think that's a big thing too that a lot of people didn't notice, but I feel like I feel like this is what they were going for, like how Sora's very kiddish. He doesn't really like
Right, and he's always like the
get
happy,
mature.
optimistic, like
Now that
character.
would be cool. It would be cool to see these next few games him completely change and him actually like maturing and stuff like which I see
Right,
like it seems like he's doing, but like
and it would also be cool to see if he ended up if like a version of him was like the Master of Masters, because that's a very different character, but like to see like Sora as like the master. And like here's the thing, I need to address this real quick because a lot of people are like, oh, I think Demix is the Master of Masters. And like I I get
I can
some.
see that.
So here's my big problem with that. One,
Mhm.
there's no build up to it and it wouldn't make sense. It would just kind of be for shock value. But and like I'm not saying there's not evidence because I think there is, but the number one argument that people were making, and this argument is so invalid, and I'll explain why in a second. Um, it's because like people were like, oh, Demix and the Master Masters have like the same personality. But the reason why that argument is so bogus, and I actually addressed this in a video that I did, is because of the Zigbar Lucio reveal. Like that completely shoots down that argument because
Mm,
Lucio in Kingdom Hearts Key back cover is a very different Lucio than in Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, as Zigbar. And they ended
mm,
up being the same person. So that's why I can't get on board with like that argument. I mean, there is other
yeah.
evidence out there, I believe,
I,
but
I,
man,
if that comes to be like true that the Master of Bastards is just another Sora, that just blow my mind. Like
I
an
think it
old
would be
Sora.
crazy.
Can you imagine that? Like him pulling back his hood and just it's like an old like a fairly old like Sora, not like too
Right.
old, like he's probably like in his 50s or something like that, or 40s or something like that. He got gray hair and stuff. He's missing like an eye, he got a scar over his eye, something like some bad look. He looks like a badass, like he's been through some stuff.
Right. And like also like it just like it would be so much more like I would feel it more, especially like because if he did reveal himself to Kyrie.
Oh,
Like
Vision, salute. We just talking about Kingdom Hearts. We're gonna wrap this up very shortly. I know. You always come at the tail end of the streams. You know, I don't know unless if Doom Patrol. If anybody has HBO Max, can you let me know if Doom Patrol is out already? Because if Doom Patrol is not out yet, I could possibly bring some more people in, and we can go a tad bit longer. You know what I'm saying? We can keep this stream going. We
yeah,
could
I'm cool. I'm
I'll
cool with
bring
anything.
Kate. Yeah, I'll bring Kate out in. But that's the only way. That's the only reason I wanted to keep this stream short, just in case if Doom Patrol is out already. If it's not, and then I gotta wait till like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not even gonna bother with it.
Yeah, man. Hey, whenever you're ready to like stop, like I'm cool with it. Like
Actually, let me pull it up. Let me double check.
hey, you're good, man. Um but yeah. I mean, that's pretty much like I have a lot more opinions on Kingdom Hearts, but like that's like as of like right now where it's at. Cuz like the major and like if some of you are just like coming in, like my name's Andy Brew. Hey, what's going on? I stream games on YouTube. And yeah, like I do like a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff, so like I'm very passionate about it. But like that's not the only games that like I enjoy. Like I've man, like I will say, I don't know if you dipped into like Final Fantasy VII Remake at all, Perp, but like
Nah, I know K Dot has, and I might bring K Dot in here real quick.
yeah, for sure. Like
'Cause he could probably talk about it with you more.
dude, I
K
will
Dot, let me know if you still in the. Okay, you still watching.
yeah,
Kata,
no,
I'm
I'll
gonna I'm
pop
gonna I'm
up.
gonna send you I'm gonna send you an invite real quick.
I was gonna say because like I mean we're on the topic of like JRPGs, dude. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I would say probably in the top 5 best games I've ever played ever.
Oh
Like
shit.
like I just like the way that they did
Did
the story and like I played the original before playing the remake and like it was just like like
did
it was
did you
it's so good.
did you play the original
I
too?
did, yes. I did. I did play the original. I
I've been
played
I've been trying to tell Kata. I was like, yo, you should probably play the original before you play this.
well, so that's like so my cousin he played Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was his first Final Fantasy game he's ever played. And he even said to me, he was like, dude, this is one of the best games I've ever played.
Oh,
And it's actually encouraging him to play the original, which is
holy shit! Hold on. I almost forgot. I almost forgot my own big announcement. Since I don't mean to cut you off. I just
no,
like
you're
had
good,
to
bro.
say
You're good. Yeah, you're good, man.
we got 12 people watching. Y'all stay put because I just want to shout out to K Dot popping up. Um, this
Man,
is
I
this,
ain't got time for that old shit, Purp.
What's up, K Dot?
but no, this is a perfect time because we got two of my favorite content creators, Andy
I'm
and K
flattered.
Dot. These are the first two content creators that I've ever known on this platform. Uh, I've known these two gentlemen since like 2018, before I met General Zod, before I met PB and everybody else and stuff. Um, I wanted to make this big announcement, and of course, two people leave once I'm about to say the announcement. Douchebags. But anyways, just kidding. Um, Wanted to make this huge announcement that the Perp Show Awards 2020 is definitely happening this year. You
Hey,
know,
let's go.
as two people that I have nominated last year for, Creator of the Year, K Dot being the winner of that.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
So for those that don't know what that is, it's essentially my award show, because I say fuck the Oscars, fuck all that shit. I want to give the stuff that I like props, but it's mostly um to give shine on creators because I have this Creator of the Year. I choose from like 6 different like channels and stuff. So I'm always watching different other channels out here. So you never know. You might end up being nominated, and I kind of want to look at it like K-Dot could probably, and some people in the chat can understand where I'm going with this. I want the Creator of the Year, like when you see the people that I nominate, kind of be more than nominations, but like people that you should look out for the following year and the years to come. Kind of like how Double XL does their freshman list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And K Dot's been doing his thing, Andy's been doing his thing, and I'm really excited about this year because the people I have picked so far, I think people will like the channels that I've chosen. Some people may not know who these channels are, but that's the whole point of it, to kind of just give them some shine or give them props and whatnot. And you
Yeah, for
know,
sure.
and I want to say, like, I'm blessed to have y'all and just other creators out there, like, in my corner, or you just interacting with you, because man, it just makes the whole experience more worthwhile and stuff, and it's dope. But that's my big announcement: the Perp Show Awards 2020. For those that don't know, I have the first one up, but I want to do it bigger this year, have more people on, and we're just gonna have a fun time at the end of the year. I'll put a trailer out for it on my channel later. But yeah, Perp Show Awards, that's coming. The Perp Show season 3 is coming in 2021. No set date yet. I'm just cruising by, just waiting on stuff. But yo, that's coming. That's the big event for the end of this year. I hope everybody that's watching, pulls up, because it's gonna be a big thing. I want it to be even bigger than last year, because I thought like last year was cool. I kind of just did things last minute, but this year I want to go hard and just really give y'all an entertaining show, something for somebody to come back to every year, something we could just do every year and stuff. And I know I've rambled too much, but
Hey,
what up,
you're
K
good,
Dot?
man.
Expect the
What up,
face
kid?
reveal, everybody. Perp's gonna reveal his true identity.
Well,
Nah,
you did a face reveal for your like 1K, didn't you?
I've done a couple. That's why I said I've done a couple face reveals in my videos. You just gotta go find them. I'm not gonna tell you which ones they are, but Andy
You
just
gotta-
got
you
Andy
gotta-
kind of
Sorry, my
spoiled
bad.
one,
Hey, you've got to dig deep, man. I mean,
but
I just remember you saying. I remember you saying like I don't remember when it was, But I think you like I might have been on Twitter or something. You were like, oh, like 1K, were you see a face reveal today? And I was like, bro, like you better believe I'm watching that video. I need to see the gameplay, man. Like I was just like, I need to know. Like the anticipation was killing me. But yeah,
Yeah, man. But
crazy.
yeah, perp show wars. But anyways, now K Dot has
Face
played
reveal 1 million. That's funny.
K Dot has played the Final Fantasy 7 remake, so he could probably.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit. Dude, like I want to hear your thoughts on it. I'm so curious.
All right. So let me get the
3D gamer.
Did you play the original or did you not? Because like I think
I didn't play the original.
Okay, so like I think you can still really, really enjoy the game even if you haven't. Like there's like some people out there who are like, oh, you gotta play the original, like, or you're not gonna enjoy it. No, like, dude, like I was telling Purp literally a minute ago, like my cousin, it was his first Final Fantasy game he ever played was a remake, and it's one of his favorite games he's ever played. And it's actually encouraging him to play the original to like see what happens. So yeah, I was just curious like where you were with all that. But yeah.
Well, all right, so I haven't played the original, right? And I'm new to these characters. The most recent Final Fantasy game that I played for the first time and liked was Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
I mainly played it because the real-time combat inclusion, not the turn-based, because I'm not a too big fan of turn-based.
Gotcha.
I got it. They said it was going to be open world, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. I'm going to check it out. I have my issues with it.
Wait. Anytime a game, like somebody says something's open world, don't believe them. Just don't believe them.
It's open world. It's open world. No, trust me, it's open world. It is. It's a big open world.
It's open world, yeah.
So, my only issues with 15 was the fact that they kept on updating it, and it wasn't until recently when they released the Royal Edition when you got the true full game.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah,
but once you play it from that point, you like it, but it's like too little, too late. It's like it should have already been like this. But
I feel
it happened. That's just a fault of it. That's one of its cons. But I still got pros about it. Now 7. Now let's get to 7. The thing about 7, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought, okay. I was coming from 15, and I was like, "Hey, man, 17 will have an open world and stuff. Yay!"
Oh,
very linear, very linear. So I understand it. So there's not much for me to do later after I beat the game. So I know that much. So it's linear. I'm okay with it. I can deal with it. I think the second part hopefully will be open world because I think in the original they expand.
Yeah. I'm
hoping the second part of the remake will be open world. I'm hoping.
I think with because I remember them saying because part 1 was just Midgar and in the original you spend probably 6 to 8 hours in Midgar, and in the remake you've got a whole game in Midgar, 30 to 40 hours. And I know they were saying that for part 2 they didn't want to change too much or add or take away too much because there's already so much content. And so I would assume that to an extent, it would I don't know if it would be open world, but I don't know.
I mean, if it's Final Fantasy 15 type of open world, then I'm hoping that something like that. You get a vehicle, a motorcycle, car, a personal vehicle to get around, a ship. I don't know how it's gonna be.
So I'm assuming you're a big open world guy.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, it depends.
It depends, yeah.
It depends. It's if I'm playing a game that's established open world and they try to make it linear, it's I
feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, if a game franchise establishes open world, then I'll accept it for what it is. If a game franchise is linear, I can accept it for what it is, like a first-person shooter. I play linear first-person shooters. I don't play open world first-person shooters. That's not.
Right.
I see you.
Cybernetic. See you later, Ben. Good seeing you.
But I mean, going into the game, right? I mean, Cloud. I like Cloud. He's cool. It was that. It was. I'm gonna be honest with you. Chapter 8 and 9 when they went to the freaking that market to Don Corleone.
Oh yeah, Wall Market. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hated that whole chapter.
Really? Okay.
I didn't like the dancing.
I will say, the whole Honeybee Inn segment with the dancing, that was all added in. Yeah. That was not in there. I think in the original you can go into the Honeybee Inn. I never like figure out. I never did it. I never figured out a way to do it. There was like a certain way to do it, but yeah, I mean, like I know that was added.
It also like anime filler.
Yeah,
up until you get into Don Corleone's place.
Yeah.
And the way they got in, I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, no, I mean, you have to put Cloud in a dress like that, but been there, done that.
It's cool because like so in the original, you actually have to I think in the remake, how they did it was you've got it's certain choices that you make throughout the game and throughout like that segment will affect like what dress you get for each character. And in the original, you actually have to like go out and like talk to people and like do like certain tasks to get certain things. But like it's not like clear of like what you have to do. Like you just gotta kind of figure it out and just do it. And that's kind of how like most Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 was like that, where like there's a lot of stuff where it's like I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but I guess if I just keep walking, I'll figure it out. And then like you will eventually. But
I hope they have Boo Racing.
Another issue I have with the game, the same issue I had with 15. Well, two things, and it has to do with the combat.
Okay.
Ooh, that combat is atrocious at times. The best characters to use in combat was obviously Cloud. Aerith, she was good in most. She when you use her magic spells from afar,
right?
They're OP at times depending what perks you add to it. Barrett, I'm gonna be honest with you, I hated using Barrett in combat. He was
gotcha.
All he did was shoot. He couldn't really like punch and defend himself.
Well, there are some weapons that you can give him where I mean it's like I prefer shooting, but
he was better off using a minigun. That's why I kept him with a minigun. Like I got the claw thing and I was like, oh my goodness, he's terrible with physical combat. So I'm just stick with minigun.
Yo, Kata, I'm glad that you popped it now and not like earlier, because we definitely did say some spoilers that possibly might for
we talked
like
about
a while ago.
FFOG spoilers.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, the game been out for like what, over 2 decades?
Yeah, 20 years now. So here's my thing with like the combat. So the combat in 15 and Final Fantasy 7 are very different, and here's why. Like 15, like that was like the one thing that I wasn't crazy about with 15 was like the gameplay in general. Like it just kind of like, oh, I've got to hold this button in and like I'll press like whatever, like triangle or Y if you're on Xbox or whatever to like warp strike and that's kind of it. Like there's not really like a lot of depth to like the combat. But I love the story for 15. Like I cried, bro. Like,
and I think that's why a lot of people prefer turn-based, because it's like playing chess.
Here's my thing. Here's why I actually love Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat system, because it meshes live action combat with turn-based perfectly. Because in the original Final Fantasy, like how it is like it's turn-based, but it's not. It's like a variation of turn-based. It's like it's an ATB system. So like essentially what that is like if you're playing, I'm trying to think of like let's say like Persona 5 or something. Like if you're playing Persona or like a game where it's like you could take it's turn-based and you can take all the time in the world to make a decision. Like that is like just straight up turn-based. But with Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and a lot of other Final Fantasy games, there's like this ATB meter. And so like it's turn-based, but like you have this meter, and whenever it fills up, that's whenever you can use a command and attack. But the thing is, like, the enemies also have that meter. So like you can't just sit there for 5 minutes and plan out your attack. Like you've got to actually do it quick and like fast, because like if you just stand there, they're just going to keep attacking you until you're dead. Because like they also have like this meter that charges up in the background, so they can use attacks. And so that's why like the remake meshed, I think, live action perfectly with this turn-based, because like you have live action, you have like you can dodge, you can just hack and slash a little bit, and when your ATB meter fills, you can use commands and spells and stuff. And that's what I think is so great about it. Like there's like a lot of boss fights that like you can't just go in just fighting. Like you've actually got to have like a strategy. Rufus being one of those fights, which was a rough fight until
the house sucked.
And the Hell House, bro. So it's funny because in the original game, the Hell House is just like a normal enemy. Yeah. But they made it into a boss in this game, and that was awesome.
Dude, I kid you not, that Hell House is so broken. I spent at least 40 minutes trying to kill it. Then I died. And I'll be honest with you, I switched the difficulty to easy because I was like, this is a broken boss. The boss was literally broken. It kept on using that shield barrier thing. I was like, I have no chance to hit this with Cloud. And then and this is the thing about the combat too that I noticed is that I always hate this in most games. When I'm about to use my super attack, it'll get canceled out.
Yeah.
But I can't cancel out the villain's super attacks.
Right.
Like the minor villains, I'm like, what the frick is going on? Like it was canceling my limit attacks, and I was like, what is this? You know, they was canceling my limits. I was like, what's going on? Why can't I cancel their super attack?
I really, because I remember just watching my brother play it back in the day, like watching him play all the way through it. Like I can't wait to see what they do with Sephiroth and like the things that what happens with Sephiroth in this game.
You just wait.
Like, are they going to go through all that? Like, cause you fight him a few times.
So here's what's crazy, right? Well, I can't. Okay, I'll wait until like if y'all play like the original, because I know like we talked about like some story spoilers. There's something really interesting that Sephiroth says to Cloud at like the end when he's like 7 seconds till the end. Like, what are you gonna do with that time? And like, if you played the original, like you can kind of know what he's talking about, but there's like a lot more to it, and I'll kind of leave it at that. Because again, I don't want to spoil anything, but like, it's interesting because like a lot of people are so. For example, like at the end of the remake, you fight Sephiroth. In the original, the last boss fight I think you have in Midgar, I'm pretty sure is Rufus. And like that whole like chapter 18, that was completely added. Like, so you don't fight Sephiroth till like the end of the game, I'm pretty sure, in the original. And like, but the theories that are going around is it's actually like the Sephiroth that you fight is actually like a different Sephiroth. Like it's actually like people have been theorizing that it's actually a time traveling version of Sephiroth from like Advent Children, which takes place 2 years after Final Fantasy VII. And a lot of people have been saying like there's a lot of theories going around, you know, and also like I don't know if y'all played Crisis Core at all, but like with and I don't know if you knew who like Zack is, but like he's like the original.
I know the name.
Yeah. So like I won't spoil Crisis Core, but like,
oh yeah, so I saw
they changed that up a bit in the remake. Actually, not a bit, but like a lot.
I saw Angry Joe's review, and supposedly they're doing like a multiverse kind of thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're doing like I think what it is, it's either like the timeline change or it's an alternate timeline where like basically like, you know, again, I won't spoil it. I don't know how much y'all know about Crisis Core. And about Zack and his story and everything. But like what went down in the remake is not what happened in Crisis Core. And it was cool though, because they actually did that scene shot for shot, which was amazing. It was incredible. Like how they did it. And I don't know, I'm excited to like see where they're going to go. What's awesome is like, it's funny. Cause like, if you've played the original, like if you haven't played the original and you're just like waiting for part 2 of the remake, you're like, you don't know what to expect. But also if you have played the original, you don't know what to expect because like they added some stuff. They took away, like, I have no idea what to expect for part 2 of the remake because of like the changes that they made. And that's what actually makes me so excited for it. Cause like, I don't know.
I wonder what part that Vincent's going to pop up at.
Yeah, if they go with like the original, he should be coming pretty soon. And like I would assume pretty early on in part 2, but in the original, him and Yuffie are actually optional. They're actually optional party members.
I'll say this. So people was like trying to ask me, hey man, which one, Tifa, Aerith, or Jessie? Well, I'm gonna say this.
All of them.
I'm gonna have to go with Tifa because she was the less thirsty one. Jessie was obviously thirsty. For some points, I was like, "Dang, she's kind of harassing me."
Well, there is a
Jessie was thirsty, bro. She wanted me. I was like, oh,
if you and here's why. Like, I also say Tifa as well because like she had one. especially in the original, she has more development than all of them, so you get to like know her a little more. And like, they're like, people were like, all right, who should Cloud be with? Cloud, like Tifa or Aerith? 100% Tifa. And there's if you've played Crisis Core, you know why I think that, because like, they're like, you know.
I mean, for me, the reason I say Tifa is because, well, look, one of the parts I did at first.
She's also gorgeous.
I know Aerith is gonna supposedly mean something later, but from the start, I felt like Aerith was forced. I'm be honest with you. Like, I just ended up in the slums, and then now she's taking me to go get flowers and stuff. I'm like, is this more anime filler? What's going on?
So
I was like, what is going on? This is anime filler.
Like, for real, even so, like, I didn't like, I keep bringing up Crisis Core because it's like so important to like the story, but like, I didn't have access to playing it. I literally like stream watched it on my channel, just watched all the cutscenes and got the story for it. If you have time to watch, like, get your hands on like Crisis Core, like, please just like get the story, because like it explains a good bit. It also like because like Sephiroth is in it, and it actually humanizes Sephiroth a bit, which is kind of talked about earlier, which is interesting. But yeah, dude, like the reason why I can't see, like, I'm like, no, like it's Cloud and Tifa, not Cloud and Aerith, because of Crisis Core, essentially.
I mean, he did grow with Tifa for like a long, so it's like
exactly you've got that relationship established already, and like, yeah, just wait until I like encourage you, like, if like even if you don't like turn-based, like, dude, play the original for the story. Like, just like give it a shot. If you don't like it, that's cool too. Like, just wait for part 2. And it's kind of like, I feel like one of those people who's like, all right, I read the manga and like I know what's gonna happen. And, like, I know y'all are waiting for the anime to come out, but I like it's like it's like annoying like manga readers, you know. Like, we were talking about that earlier. It's so funny.
What if I do this? What if I do it like the last? What if I just watch somebody else play? Because I'm gonna be honest, man, I can't play that shit.
Do it, bro. Like,
however
you get the story.
He doesn't muscles. But yo, he doesn't. He only looks like that when he's like walking around the world. When like you're actually fighting and stuff, like he looks like normal Cloud.
Yeah, he does look like more normal, I would say.
He looks like a normal polygon man.
he looks. They look a little bit better when they're in battle, but
yeah, I see.
Yeah. I could tell K-Dot don't play no old games.
I play old games, but like, you won't see me playing like Metal Gear Solid 1 with the polygon snake.
Yeah, what? Yo, Metal Gear Solid 1 is fire.
I'll play the remake. I'll play the GameCube remake, the Twin Snakes remaster.
All right, I'm curious. I've got a question, kind of switching gears. I know, Purp, you probably don't want to go too much longer, but I'm just so curious. What's like, if you could like, because I know like PS5 and Xbox Series X coming out very soon. Right. What's like your guys' like most anticipated remaster? Like, if they could remaster one game right now, like tomorrow, or one
remaster or remake?
Remaster, like from the ground up, like build from the ground up.
Remake.
Like, so for example, like the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, they did like a remaster of that. They did it from the ground up, like the same exact game, just it looks better and like polished. Like, what's like
they
remaster
game,
it,
like,
bro. Yeah, not like
from the ground up remaster. Like
you off of. I'll say this, right? Give me Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2, yeah. Well, they did that they did that with like the I mean, they did like the HD remakes, but like Kingdom Hearts 2 and like Unreal Engine is like, yeah, like that would be interesting.
That shit, like, yo, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 look phenomenal on Xbox because they're both enhanced.
Oh yeah,
they look real clean. Like you couldn't even tell these were PlayStation 2 games.
Right, right.
I want Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2.
And yeah, dude.
They need to be remade because, biggest thing, camera. Yeah. Granted, I played it recently. The camera isn't too bad, but like the camera got problems. But it's still it's still playable. It's still playable. But like the biggest thing, if they remake it or remaster it, and build it from the ground up, different graphics, up to date, but still plays the same.
For sure.
Camera needs to be the biggest focus.
I would say my second choice. I got a bunch of things down in my head. I was like, yo, give me NBA Street remastered.
Okay. Man, I never played NBA. Like, I could care less, but bro,
that shit is so much fun because it's bad arcadey and stuff. Like you'll do like over the top like dunks and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I would say like
people.
I would say
that game was tight. Purp NBA Street. That shit was
NBA Street. Yeah, I played NBA once. I suck at it, bro. I suck at basketball real well. So like I'm good. But,
hey, NBA Street better than all the NBA 2Ks, and that's a fact.
That's fact.
Did y'all ever play MLB Slugfest? It was for like PlayStation 1.
I heard about that. I think I played it once.
You can beat up, like you can literally like punch people like on base. It's so ridiculous. It's so funny. Like
rumor is that that Xbox with their event next month, that the big game that they're going to tease at the end is either going to be a Fable. It's going to be a Fable game, or it's going to be. I think another rumor is that they're making another Perfect Dark game.
Really?
Which would be interesting.
That would be sick to see. Like,
and you know what? Because rumor is it's going to be a night of mic drops. Imagine if they say, "Oh, Splinter Cell, it's going to be exclusive." Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I only played Splinter Cell Conviction, and man, I don't even know how old that game is actually.
Yeah, they got all the games on Xbox. I might buy them because they're like under $4 right now. I
would say for me my most anticipated remaster would be the Sly Cooper trilogy. Like I don't know if y'all
Sly Cooper 2. I'm gonna say
Sly Cooper 2. Like probably I put Sly 2 in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Like,
Shadow of the Colossus and Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal remakes too.
Oh well, we're getting a new Ratchet and Clank. We are getting a new.
I got a question for both of y'all, man. Okay, so we talk about remasters, right? Would y'all buy and play a remaster? Well, take The Last of Us, exactly how but just give it The Last of Us 2 graphics.
Yes. Absolutely.
It'll play much better. I'll be honest. That's why I say The Last of Us is really only good for a story in its cinematic style. That gameplay really isn't all that. It really isn't.
I agree with that. Yeah,
isn't all that. It's not.
I like.
Andy just said like
but the story and the cinematic transitions are like the best part of the game.
I agree with that. I enjoyed the gameplay. I didn't it's just, for that style of a game, it's like
you said the second one was better, right?
I think so the gameplay in the second one is like I haven't finished it yet, but in terms of gameplay, like it's the same mechanics, it's the same controls, it's like the same style. Pretty much everything's the same except it's a little bit more like faster paced, which is nice because like I personally like fast paced.
You're talking about Last of Us 2?
Yeah, Last of Us 2.
Yeah, Joel was too slow.
They also added like a dodge mechanic where you can like you click L1, you can time a dodge.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, you can like time a dodge whenever someone's swinging at you. Like you could realistically go through the whole game without firing a single bullet, maybe.
I
know that multiplayer is coming, so that's going to be something that people, because I know a lot of people still play the first Last of Us multiplayer still to this day.
That's so interesting. I never even like touched it at all.
It's kind of fun. It's funny for playing with people, but it's really not that.
Yeah, I never heard anybody, dude. I didn't even know The Last of Us had a multiplayer. I loaded up the menu and I was like, oh, there's because
I think it got patched in later. Because I think from the start it was just story mode, but I think the multiplayer got patched in later.
From what I heard, it's just a really balanced like multiplayer. That's why a lot of people play it.
Maddie's saying A Dog's Life on PS2 again, like a remaster of that. That's so funny. My sister was like obsessed with that game. Like you just run around as a dog, you poop in people's yards, you like go and like get bones and like it's.
Hey, we need a barnyard. We need a barnyard remake.
Barnyard.
No, that game.
Barnyard tight, bro.
Absolute trash.
Dude, you can shoot milk from your udders at people.
No, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that. But this was a dope episode of the Purp Show.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah, I hate to cut this short, but my phone is dying. But and I'm nowhere near my charger neither, so definitely need to go plug this up soon. But I appreciate everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying, that's stuck here, people that popped in just now. Definitely go check the replay once it's done uploading or whatever. Kate, I salute you for popping on for this short amount of time.
Salute.
Andy, it's always a pleasure, man. You're always welcome. Doors always open.
Yeah, dude. Seriously,
I like this. I'm gonna shoot you an invite anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
if
sure.
You're available, you can just hop on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, dude. Like this is so fun for real. This is great.
Yeah. As far as my next live stream, I will have a random stream 14 next Wednesday around the same time. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the usual suspects, see who pops up. You know, you might see K-Dot, you might see Swag Kage, you know what I'm saying? You might who knows who might pop up. You might see LB, you might see PB. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it, to keep it fresh. You know, this was a cool show. This has been like 2 years in the making. And you know,
for sure.
It's dope. It's dope, man. It's I definitely feel blessed to have just this community and just everybody, you know what I'm saying, supporting each other and stuff. And definitely go subscribe to Andy's channel, you know what I'm saying? Because he been grinding. He been really grinding with these streams. And I like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all coming up. The next Purp Show, that will be in like 3 weeks. So like I'll have two random streams like back to back. Like for the next 2 Wednesdays will be random streams. Then we'll be back with the Purp Show and whatnot. As far as other content, look forward to seeing my reviews of the first 3 episodes of Doom Patrol Season 2. I'm excited for that because that is DC's best live action show, period. Looking forward to that. Don't know what else is coming this weekend. I might just drop some other videos this weekend, or just chill out and wait till next week to stream and stuff. But you know, I got a lot of things going on in my life right now. You know, moving around and stuff, and you know, a lot of adult shit. A lot of adult shit that's annoying. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody popping up. Much love to everybody. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Have a blessed rest of your week, rest of the month.
One more thing, before we go. One more thing.
Go ahead.
Andy, does anybody ever tell you that you sound like Steve-O?
I've never gotten that. No, I've never gotten that. Wait, who is Steve-O? Because like
the guy from Jackass, the bald dude, crazy.
So
he's not crazy, but like he does the wildest stunts.
That's funny. I've actually never seen Jackass. That's so funny. That's probably why. But I know the name because, like, I don't know. That's hilarious. I've never gotten that though. No, man. I used to rock a whenever I was younger. I mean, maybe still like today, but like people told me I looked like Ralph Macchio. Like young Ralph Macchio from the Karate Kid, and like back, especially back in the day. And I was like, you know what? I was like, what, 12, 13 years old. I'm gonna dress up as a Karate Kid.
Oh man, I forgot. I had a whole thing set up, bro. I was gonna be like, oh, highest in the room or room full of balloons. The shit that you be doing.
Oh man,
that stuff you be doing on Instagram. That shit's hilarious. So I don't know how you come up with that shit.
Myself. Yes, I haven't done one in a while. Yeah, like the questions. Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, because I was thinking of one. I was meant to say it at the beginning of the stream, like highest in the room or rooms full of balloons.
Yeah. Would you rather be the highest in the room or have a room full of balloons? Yeah, I think my favorite one. I'm saving this one in my back pocket. But it's would you rather be Chef Gordon Ramsay or Jeff's Golden Pantry? Let me know down below. Like just stupid stuff like that, man. Keanu Reeves or a block of cheese, you know? Like
I love that.
So
shit.
dumb, but like I love it, man. It's just I was like, I'm gonna do like this little segment on my Instagram. Like it's just like for like
Yeah,
it's not even for like it's just for people who like know me and like just follow me like personally. Like I don't post like updates and stuff for like YouTube or anything on Instagram. Like it's just my personal thing. But yeah, man, it's a fun
Ishtar, I'm with you. I'm about to go smoke a blunt right now. You know what I'm saying, and just chillax. Wait till this Doom Patrol comes up. But yeah, like I will see y'all later. I'll talk to y'all. Have a wonderful rest of y'all night. Be safe out there. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And I will see you next time. Peace.
Yeah, see you guys later.
Deuces.